Hello everybody. I don't know if this is going to the final recording because my OBS, the system that I use for recording my streams, a little buggy, and I recorded like a part of the video and the video got deleted and stuff. It's really weird, but I would try to say it what I was saying previously on the other when I was trying to make the other video. So on this video, as you see, my channel just became a geography channel, but maybe I will record some games and stuff. And I was saying about this channel right here, which is he has a main channel where he speaks about Minecraft and stuff, but he inspires me a lot when he talks about geography, nationalities and stuff. And he make a lot of videos about subregions in the world, and a video that he never make it was about the world in general, every country on earth. And I was curious and to try this, maybe to just like the video about the US that I ranked it and have and say my stereotypes and everything about the 50 states of the US, and the difference between me and him, that like he researched it before making the video. I am only make the videos about my mind, so I should like research some things before, right? Maybe some thoughts to conduct a video. So yeah, this video probably will not be a one part, probably will be like 2 or 3 videos. I will try to condense the maximum that I can about the video. And remember, I will not say anything about or the US or Brazil, because I already make a video just about the US, about every 50 states, and I will make a video about every 27 states on Brazil. I know that there are countries that are much bigger and such bigger than the US, and Brazil has a lot of cultural difference, like Mexico, Japan, China, Russia, France, UK, Germany, Italy, Spain, you know it, Australia, Canada. But I don't know a lot of things about each state of those countries. I'm not from those countries. I'm Brazilian American. I'm from the US, and I'm also kind of Brazilian, so I don't have a lot of knowledge about each, like India, about each, like I cannot name a fact about West Bengal. I cannot do this. So I would say it about the country themselves, not each state. So yeah, and I'll try it. I would like try to see to my eye. Maybe I'll miss some countries because I don't have the list here about every country in the world, but I would try. First we start with Canada. We all know Canada, the polite people. They are it's very cold there. They're like they have the North Pole right here. They have the Quebec region that speaks French. They have like amazing cities like Toronto, Montreal, Quebec City, Vancouver, Montgomery, Winnipeg, Edmonton, Calgary. So it's a very big country. They have, it's like one of the main countries in North America, and they are like a monarchy, and the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth II. So it's a very interesting country. He's on the first world powers, and they are very, have their force, and it's a good country. Yeah, they have like polite people. So yeah, and I have some stars that were born in Canada, like Justin Bieber and this stuff. So going south from the US, we got Mexico. We have the Aztecs, the Maya and all those Olmecas and this very old civilizations on before the pre-Columbus area. And they have the drug lords on the north, like in El Paso, and they have this really famous drug lord that I forgot the name, but okay. Were very rich in gold. They control these regions in North America. They immigrate to the U.S. They have a very unique culture with very unique foods and music, and it's very well known. And their accent also it's a unique thing. Belize, I know was colonized by the UK, and they're like a Caribbean nation with resorts and all kind of the tourism thing. So yeah, Belize. And Guatemala, we have like ancient Maya stuff, and I know that a lot of Guatemalans they're moving to Mexico, and some of them are moving to the US also, like in regions like in California and Texas. And Guatemala is what they say, it's Guatemala. They were they were like they are in a lot of jungles right in here in Central America. So yeah, Guatemala. El Salvador, it's the only country in the Central America that only borders the Pacific Ocean, not the Atlantic Ocean. So yeah, props to you, El Salvador. And I know in Hearts of Iron 4 they have a big military and they are fascist. So I don't know if this is a good thing. And also they had a war with Honduras because of football wars. Let me show to you guys. Football war in 1969. Whoa. Yeah. And Honduras also had the football war. And I don't know. I know they are like had a big friendship with the U.S. during the Cold War. There are like a lot of bases of the U.S. in Honduras, and I think they were like the thing that unified Central America Republic, something like that. Yeah. They were like Central America gathered their independence with Mexico, and they declared their independence. And they were like unified. I think Honduras has something to do with that. So Nicaragua, I think Nicaragua had a dictator. It's very famous. Daniel Ortega, exactly, and I think and Daniel Ortega is still the president of Nicaragua. So yeah, props to you, Nicaragua. I know they're very violent. Yeah, El Salvador, it's the most violent country in Latin America. It's one of the most in the world. And Nicaragua, I know it's very violent, and they have this communist dictatorship with Daniel Ortega. So yeah, Nicaragua, everybody. Costa Rica is one of these. They have a very rich coast. Nah, just kidding. Costa Rica. I know they have like they were like a fiscal paradise, because you can like put your money in Costa Rica and no one will try to say, oh, where does money come from? So yeah, a lot of people go to Costa Rica. And then Toby Flanders, he moved to Costa Rica for a time in the office right here. Costa Rica. Yeah, he moved it to Costa Rica. Yeah, I didn't appear what I was trying to look at, but yeah, Costa Rica, nice country, everybody. Not nice. I don't know. I think I'll visit Costa Rica just for the memes. Just for the memes. Panama. Okay, Panama is famous for the Panama Canal, and the U.S. they had a war with Colombia to give Panama independence, and then the U.S. Constructed the Panama Canal, and after that they give the Panama Canal back to Panama. I know Panama was very violent for the time, dictatorship, military dictatorship, and they have here the passage between the North America and the South America continent. They have like this area that is very inhabitable, Darien National Park. Yeah, exactly. And it's very difficult to pass here to here. I know that. And the frontier between Panama and Colombia. So let's go to the Caribbean. Here we have the Bahamas. Remember me of Christopher Columbus. I think he landed here in the Bahamas. I know that I had a lot of pirates here. So I think Blackbeard is from the Bahamas. I know that in Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag they try to make a pirate country in the Bahamas. Also, a lot of Americans go to the Bahamas to have fun and all the Caribbean stuff. Look at the image of the Bahamas in satellite. It's like this blue waters, very beautiful. But I know they are very poor. So Cuba, everybody knows Cuba because Fidel Castro and all of them, they're friends. Yeah. The 1959 Cuban Revolution, and they were communists and had the Cuban Missile Crisis, and CIA always tried to kill Fidel Castro. There are a lot of Cubans moving to the US, and before that, Cuba was like Las Vegas, but it was just like Las Vegas. They were Spanish, and then the US conquered them. But now they are like communists and stuff. But I know they tried to make a new constitution, and they're heading to be democratic. So yeah, Cuba. Havana look like a nice city, but I know they're very. It's not a very good country, but they have like big human development ratings. So yeah. Jamaica, you know, Jamaican accent. Jamaica reminds me of, you know, pirates, but also all of the Rastafari culture, weed, and all those shit. Bob Marley, using boat, you know. Props to you, Jamaica. You're a small country, but you're very famous around the world. Haiti. Well, Haiti, it's a pretty important country. Today, they are well known because of tornadoes and how the country is destroyed. And when the president of Haiti was murdered, and yeah, Haiti. But they have the Haitian Revolution, where the slaves they overthrew the French colonials in the early 19th century, and they have a pretty interesting history. They had like an empire, and they have wars with the Dominican Republic. So yeah, Haiti. The capital is Port-au-Prince, and I don't think I think they don't talk French, right? They talk like mix between it's Creole, right? And a lot of Haitians moving to Brazil, and also in Canada, specifically Quebec, because they speak like the same language. Almost the same language. And here we have the Dominican Republic. Do not get confused with Dominica right here. So just call it Dominican Republic. Also has a lot of Dominicans moving to the U.S. I don't know. They share the Hispaniola island with Haiti, and well, Santo Domingo is their capital. So yeah, I think Dominican Republic is. Oh, they have Punta Cana. Yeah, Punta Cana, very famous place. Very nice beaches. You know, this Caribbean dream of the resorts and the beaches, and how everything's beautiful right there. It's like paradise. So yeah, Dominican Republic, nice place to visit with the natural stuff. And yeah, they were Spanish also. They get their independence with the help of the U.S. and the Hispanic American War, right? Hispanic American War. Spanish American War in 1898. Whoa, the war only lasted like 7 months, something like that, 7 or 8 months. Well, look a picture of the war. I'm very impressed that I almost have 20 minutes of video and I'm only talking about North America. I will try to make it this shit faster. So Antigua and Barbuda. Oh, Jesus Christ! You have so much island here. Saint Kitts and Nevis. I don't know anything about it. I think Hamilton was born in Saint Kitts and Nevis. Hamilton. No, not Lewis Hamilton. I'm talking about Hamilton from USA. Alexander Hamilton. He was born in Saint Kitts and Nevis. Whoa. So props to Saint Kitts and Nevis. to bring to the world Hamilton. Barbuda, I don't think it's a nation, it's a territory. It's 2 islands, Antigua and Barbuda. Very interesting name, but I don't know anything about Antigua and Barbuda. Here are some territories. Dominica, I know a fact about Dominica. In 1988, 1989, the US intervened in Dominica. They installed a dictatorship in Dominica. Let me see. USA, Dominica, Dominica military coup. Dominican Civil War. US troops invasion Dominica. Bro, I'm not finding this. Dominica 1989. Yeah, okay. I will not find it, but and also Dominica is only one. They are like one of the only nations that have purple on their flag. So yeah, props to you, Dominica. I know more facts about you than Antigua and Barbuda. Fuck you, Antigua and Barbuda. Just kidding. Saint Lucia. Saint Lucia is a territory or it's a country? I don't have a minimum idea. It's a country. Yeah, it's a country. They're very. Oh, they have Queen Elizabeth as their queen. Okay, it's a very beautiful island and one of the smallest countries in the world. Like, yeah. Okay, Saint Lucia, Saint Vincent and the Grenadines, another small Caribbean nation. Barbados. I know that Rihanna was born in Barbados. And Barbados is not considered in the Caribbean because they are like a little bit more to the Atlantic Ocean. They're culturally on the Caribbean, but geographically they are not in the Caribbean. They are like Atlantic nation, nation in Atlantic and the Atlantic Ocean. So yeah, Rihanna was born in 1988 in Saint Michel, Barbados, with 92,000 people. So yeah, props to you, Barbados. And Grenada, I think I got confused with between Grenada and Dominica. Grenada, USA troops. Sorry, boys, I got confused between Grenada and Dominica. The US did not invade Dominica. So yeah, the only fact that I know about Dominica is their flag. But Grenada was invaded by the USA in 1983. It's not even 1989. Yeah, military coup or something like that with parachuters shooting Grenada. Whoa, very fun, US. Wow. Yeah, okay. Planning by using a tourist map. Whoa, I forgot that Trinidad and Tobago is that big. And they're very, very close to Venezuela. Look at the size of Trinidad and Tobago. But sorry, Trinidad and Tobago, I don't know any facts about you. So yeah, this ended the North American section. I didn't talk about Greenland because Greenland is owned by Denmark. So yeah, going to South America, we have here Colombia. So Colombia, we have a lot of characters and people of Colombia going to the US, like Shakira and Sofia Vergara. I misclicked it here. And Sofia Vergara and a lot of actors from Colombia. And Colombia is surprisingly very wide from a Latin American country. But they are also very black, and on the Pacific coast there are a lot of black people. And if it's bad in Barranquilla that Shakira was born, I don't know. I also know that Colombia is very famous by the Esmeralda mines. They have Simon Bolivar, and they like the head of the independence in Latin America, and of course the narco traffic of cocaine during the 80s and 90s with Pablo Escobar and the cartel of Cali and Medellin. And but surprisingly, Medellin is today a very modern city. They have like very modern things. And can I see it on Google Maps? Yeah, of course I can see it, but I would not see it because our focus here is only talking about the countries, not visiting them. Venezuela, the past was a very democratic and a very how can I say it? With a lot of progress in Venezuela. There are a lot of Portuguese people. They had the biggest reserves of oil and stuff. But today Venezuela is well known for their poverty, inflation, Nicolas Maduro, and Hugo Chavez, who destroyed the country. And Caracas is just it's so bad. Oh, they have a city called Valencia. Whoa, okay. Guyana. What can I talk about Guyana? Guyana, they say like they are in South America, but they are considered like a Caribbean culture. They even are on that Caribbean economic shit like Camcom. Definitely is not Capcom. Caribbean economic group. I don't know the name in English, but in Portuguese is CARICOM. Caribbean Community. Yeah, I think the name in English is CARICOM, and they are like in this group. They are in CARICOM. Look, they even have nations like Venezuela on CARICOM. Okay, man. And what is that shit? Anguilla? I don't have the minimum freaking idea. So yeah, Guyana, they have a lot of. They're not. I know they're like the most Indian nation in South America. They have a lot of Indians and Indo culture. They're very black. They are. Oh, and where's the name of that? The biggest multiple suicide. group suicide case. Jim Jones. Yeah, it was in Guyana that I had Jim Jones in his coat. He started in the U.S. in the South and moved to Guyana, where he had he basically made a massacre with the religion community. So we have fucking Jim Jones, man. Well, in Guyana. Suriname. Suriname is the only country in South America that doesn't border a Spanish-speaking country. They speak Dutch. They have a lot of Indonesians, and they have a very, very small Jewish community. Their country is not very explored. Like this Amazon shit. It's basically it doesn't have anybody living there, and have like some indigenous group that will never touched by the humans. And even Paramaribo is a very small city. I don't have a lot of Surinames moving to the Netherlands because they speak Dutch and stuff. And I also speak some languages that were in Africa. I know a lot of more facts about Suriname because recently Geography Now made a video about Suriname. So I surprisingly that I'm only saying not very big facts. Ecuador. What can I say about Ecuador? They have like, I know that in 2019 they have like a lot of these manifestations because of the price of the subway. They have also the Equatorian line. Then I think the Equatorian line passes Quito. I don't know. And Quito is not even the biggest city of Ecuador. Guayaquil is the biggest city in Ecuador. And I also saw that they tried to move the capital to Guayaquil. Ecuador was a member of the Grand Colombia shit. And yeah. I think it's a very nice country. They're like in the Andes and stuff. And they have the Galapagos Islands where Darwin was there and he studied the turtles from the Galapagos. So yeah, a lot of history in Ecuador. In Peru, well, Peru has a lot of things. They were where the Incas were. They are where the country is basically a part of is made in the Pacific. 80% of the country is Andes and the rest is the Amazon forest. So you can see all kinds of temperatures and shit in Peru. They have big cities like Lima. It's a very poor country, but it's Peru. What you can say about it, Peru? They have the llamas. So yeah, and they have Machu Picchu and another historical sites of Incas. So yeah, and they share the Lake Titicaca with Bolivia. And now let's talk about Bolivia. Bolivia is famous for Evo Morales and his gas with Brazil that he shares with Brazil. They have the salt desert. They have the Lake Titicaca, and they have another lake is made of salt. And they're like in the region where the desert in South America is, and the desert it's pretty different. It's like it seems like it's from Mars or stuff. I don't know. They once control all of this region. They even reached the Pacific Ocean, but now they are like just this. And I know there are a lot of drug lords and people from Bolivia moving to Brazil. But yeah, Bolivia. And they have two capitals. They have La Paz and Sucre. So another country that have two capitals is the Netherlands, The Hague, and Amsterdam. And South Africa has three capitals, but I'll talk about that later. on the video. Chile. Chile is famous about the earthquakes, how and how long they are. Also, they have the Pinochet dictatorship, and I know they're like a very advanced country in South America. They have like good human development shit. They have some territories here in the Pacific Ocean. They have the Pascua Island, where they have those faces and stuff, and even Hangaroa, right? Isla de Pascua. Yeah, here's the and I know in Chile you can travel to Antarctica, and Chile reclaims a part of Antarctica. And also they have the Andes. They have like a huge desert right here, and they are like all mountains into Terra del Fuego, and they go very deep on the South American continent. Here we have Argentina. Argentina is surprisingly very wide. We have Welsh communities, Irish communities, English communities. They have the Gaucho culture here, and they have a lot of. They have here the Pampas, who is like huge desert, but it's very snowy. You have like swamps here and shit. So Argentina is very big and very diverse. They have Eva Peron and a dictatorship who killed a lot of people here. And Buenos Aires is a very famous city. They were like very rich in the past, but they are now suffering from inflation and the 2001 crisis, and what else they are suffering? Also and poverty, but they were like pretty rich in the past. And how do you in the Europe was saying, whoa, you're very rich like Argentina, and actually Argentina has the biggest Italian group, the biggest Italian immigrant group in their country. So yeah, welcome to Argentina, and they're all also famous by football, like soccer, whatever, football or soccer. But players like Leonardo Messi and Lionel Messi and who's that one guy that died? Argentinian soccer player. Diego Maradona. Exactly. Argentina. I think Argentina never won a World Cup. Argentina World Cup. Yeah, I don't think they had won ever a World Cup or so. Suck on you, Argentina. You never hosted a World Cup. So yeah, Argentina and Brazil has like a little dispute. They had a war dispute in the past. For I don't want to see Mato Grosso do Sul, but they have a little dispute because of Uruguay and the here in La Plata. But now we are like okay. Paraguay is famous in Brazil because a lot of people move to Paraguay because they have like cheap products, and you don't have a lot of taxes on their products, so a lot of people go to Paraguay to buy shit. Here they have the Foz do Iguaçu Falls, which is a very touristic point between Brazil, Argentina, and Paraguay, and a lot of people come to like here in Ponta Porã to buy stuff and shit. And have cities like Ciudad del Este, Pedro Juan Caballero, who is basically made of all Brazilians that buy their products here in Paraguay. Paraguay is actually a very poor country. I know they have like a dictatorship also. You did not see that P shit, okay? That was only on your mind. Alfredo Stroessner. Yeah, he was like a a pedophile in Paraguay. Why he has this German last name? I think. What the fuck? A German. Yeah, but he was a pedophile. He grabbed kids and stuff. And he died in Brazil. He was, yeah, he was not a cool guy. Alfredo Stroessner. Let me see if he has like a German. I went to see his English Wikipedia. Okay, let's see the Portuguese one, and I'll translate to you. Okay, Hugo Stroessner was a German immigrant. He was from Hof, Bavaria. So yeah, very weird German guy in Paraguay. Not very common. But well, who am I to judge? So yeah, and also Paraguay has the Paraguayan War, which is basically known in international relates like the Allied War, the biggest war in Latin America. And Solano Lopez, the dictator from Paraguay in the 19th century, and his dad, Solano Lopez, dad, Francis. I don't know the name of his dad. Solano Lopez, Carlo Antonio Lopez, exactly. Yeah, I think he was responsible for the independence of Paraguay, right? I don't know. Look at this fat dude. Look at that chubby man. How you can be that chubby on the 19th century? Like, come on. Look at this shit, man. Like, ooh, look at his mustache. But it's basically doesn't have an egg. He's basically like a big ad. Okay. Wait a second. Look at this shit. Man, look at this hair, man. Like, what the fuck? Look at this shit, man. Shit, Carlo Antonio Lopez. He's also very similar to Dan Schneider, that other pedophile fucker from Nickelodeon. Look, my God, it looks like Dan Schneider will eat Drake Bell. Look, he with Carly Shay from I don't know, Miranda Cosgrove. Oh my God, he's going to eat it, Miranda. Someone help her. But he's very similar to the necklace guys, and damn, the dude it's basically like a thumb. Whoa, he's skinny now. What the fuck? Whoa, but he's basically don't have a neck. Damn, look at he's touching 13-year-old. He's disgusting. But moving from Carlo Antonio Lopez in Paraguay, let's just talk about Uruguay, the other Uruguay. It's very funny because you are gay in English, but they have a lot of Italian immigrants. They are very white, and they're like one of the best human development in Chile, not in South America, and very similar to Chile. They're a very developed country. They have like only 3 million people when they have won like 2 World Cups. So they're very famous because of soccer, and they also staged the first World Cup. So yeah, this is Uruguay. Oh my, you are gay. Sheesh. I think I know more. I also had the Uruguayan Civil War. Was a dispute between Uruguay before of that he was a province of Brazil, and before that a province of Portugal, which is called Cisplatina, and then before they were Spanish, they were Banda Oriental, were disputed between Spanish and Portuguese, and after that Brazilian and Argentinian. But today they're like an independent country, and they have Mercosur with Paraguay, Argentina, Brazil, and for some kind of time Venezuela, but not anymore. And yeah, you can visit Uruguay whenever you want. Montevideo, like a nice city. Punta del Este, yeah, they have this frontier between Brazil with Rio Grande do Sul, where they have this mix with Portuguese and Spanish with Portuñol. So yeah, nice. Nice. And countries in Europe. Let's go to countries in Europe. Shall we? Let's start with Iceland. Iceland, it's famous with their volcanoes and how they're divided between the North American plateau and Europe plateau. They have very unique geography. Shit. I know that not a lot of people are there, and also Iceland. It's a shitty nation in plaguing, because you want to try to infect all the world in plaguing, and Iceland is every time the last one. They were colonized by the Danish, and before that the Vikings. I don't remember that if Iceland has a native shit like Greenland. So yeah. And now they say Greenland and Iceland have swapped names. Iceland is not very cold as Greenland. Greenland is a lot colder because of the Mexican Gulf. The Mexican Gulf actually gives the Europe became a lot hotter than the North American. Like the Gulf of Mexico go here and sure, just, yeah. Let's talk about a little bit of Ireland. Ireland, the Emerald Islands, they were treated very badly to the British. They were the nation of the Celtics and the St. Patrick, and a lot of folklore shit of the US, like Halloween and stuff. Jack-o'-lantern was from Ireland. Myths on Ireland. They were treated very badly because of the British. They were treated like superhumans and had the Great Irish Famine in 1840, and they tried a lot in 1845 to 1849, and a lot of people tried to move to the US, and even to this day you have more Irish people in the US than in Ireland, like Irish people in New England and the Appalachian region. They also have a lot of Irish in Canada, Australia, Argentina, Chile, and stuff. So yeah, the Irish, and they fight a lot for their independence. They got their independence and had a really trouble history, and also had the time of the troubles between the IRA with North Ireland and well, but today is a very nice country. I know their economy is like very shitty because of the 2008 crisis. They were one of the part of the pigs nations. The country like did not had a good time on 2008. But Irish is getting the population, but by the time they also trying to revive the Irish language, because the British basically killed the Irish language. They have nice cities like Dublin, Limerick, Galway, Cork, and they shot at Game of Thrones in Ireland. So yeah, Ireland has a pretty interesting history, but by an island that is like the size of, I don't know, Georgia or Ecuador. I don't know, man. Props to you, Ireland. You have a great history. Okay, the UK. UK has such a massive history, such a massive cultural shit. Well, they were known because of the tea and the accent, from the UK, and you have nations, and between the UK you have Northern Ireland, who is like very industrialized, and they have like all this trouble with Ireland. They have Scotland, who, Scotland itself has a pretty interesting history with war between the UK, and they're like Catholic and they want their independence. And you have Wales, so it's very interesting. It has a dragon on their flag. In England, UK is famous by football, by a lot of sports, by their culture, their language, all their big cities, their royal family, and all they conquer all the world in the 19th century. It was the big world power, and all the history they had. They were conquered by the Romans, the Vikings, the Normandians, the French. How they unified the island into the United Kingdom, and they have like amazing cities like London, Denver, Plymouth, Oxford, Norwich, Liverpool, Manchester, Blackpool, and have like all the rock songs, Beatles, and the shit. And the hippie culture was born in the UK in the 60s and 70s, and they have like colonized all the world. You will see like English people in Canada, Australia, US, Brazil, Argentina, South Africa, India, and stuff. So the UK is very important. They have like pretty depth history. They have a lot of people who are famous. Winston Churchill, the Beatles, Isaac Newton. So I cannot just describe the UK in only a few words. I can describe like each region of England, like Essex. I cannot see the shit. Okay, let's just say that the UK have like states and stuff. I can see these states. I cannot see these states. So okay, the United Kingdom. Do you like my do you like my UK accent? I eat a glass of water, a cup of tea. I'm from London, I'm cocktail nation. Props to you, Britain. Well, Portugal actually also has a lot of history. A lot of these countries in Europe has a lot of history. So Portugal had this amazing empire. They discovered a lot of shit on the 16th and 15th and 16th century. They're like a maritime empire. They colonized all the world. So yeah, Portugal, they are very Catholic. They colonized Brazil. I have Portuguese ancestry. Yeah, they have a lot of friendship with the UK. They were fascists for a time with Antonio de Oliveira de Salazar. What else? Portugal, there are a lot of immigrants. British immigrants basically sustained the Portugal economy, and also Portugal was a member of the Pigs. They had troubles with COVID and stuff. Portugal. What else? I don't know. They have like a pretty amazing food. Yeah, Portugal has yeah. Spain is also a very unique country. I also have Spanish ancestry. Spain also for a moment controlled all the world of Spanish, and to this day you see the Spanish influence. It's the second most spoken language on the earth. They colonize basically all of those regions here in Latin America, and the Spanish people are very famous. They have all those cultures and their food, like Ramon and churros and the ox shit they do, which is not a very good shit. And they also have little people inside their country, like the Galicians, the Basque country, Catalan, and have little very amazing cities, and is one of the main members of the European Union, and it was for a time a big member from OTAN. Shit, my dog is barking. Well, sorry guys, but yeah. And Spain, very big country. They're very Catholic, have the Spanish Inquisition and shit. I cannot just give a little that little resume of Spain. Oh, also is one of the reasons they were most colonized by the Romans and shit. Okay, so and also soccer and big players and big teams like Barcelona, Real Madrid. So yeah, props to you, Spain. And also props to Andorra. Do you think I will forget about Andorra? Not at all, not at all, my Paul. There's a little state between France and Spain on the Pyrenees Mountains. Oh yeah, it's a very nice country. Did I ever visit? No. Will I ever visit? I don't think so. But yeah, I don't even know the language that they speak in Andorra. Mix between French and Spanish. Speak Catalan. Okay. Just like, whoa. Yeah. Doesn't seem like a bad place to live. In the middle of the mountains, in the middle of nobody. Well, at least they have electricity. So yeah, props to you. I think Andorra is a monarchy. Andorra. Prince. Oh, it's like two princes. Look. They're like two guys running out of Andorra. So Andorra is a monarchy. Well, okay. Not very unusual for Europe. Jesus, this video is 15 minutes. Okay, so I'll cut it here. The video. I still have a lot of countries to cover up on the world. I will only cover up the New World and a bit of countries in Europe. So we'll make a part 2 with more countries and more shit. I will try to search some things. So maybe talk about some bloopers that I made it. And yeah, I see you guys on part 2. Goodbye, I think.